We're back with another episode. We're back with another episode of Britt Says. And how are you guys doing? I hope you guys had an amazing last week, and I know you're definitely gonna have an amazing this week because you're listening to Britt Says. Hello, good morning. And yeah, I had a good week. Oh boy, I had a good week. What did I do this week? Oh my god, y'all. I went to the Bronx Zoo. Let me zoom out a little bit. I went to the Bronx Zoo this week. One of the only good things left in the Bronx, bitch. I don't like talking about the Bronx, even though New Yorkers love talking about the Bronx, because I have mad family that lives in the Bronx, and I know people who live in the Bronx, and I think it's just kind of mean to talk about a borough that people live in. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of fucked up. So I kind of try to tread lightly. I'm not one of those people who talk about the Bronx a lot, because like my whole entire family lives in the Bronx, like legit, like literally. Like, I think it's just me, my brother. We live in Brooklyn. My parents live in Queens. I have one aunt who still lives in Brooklyn, and that's it. Like, I'm trying to like even think. Yeah, like majority of my family live in the Bronx, so I try to tread lightly. The Bronx not that bad. Certain areas not that bad. Like back when I was growing up, I seen some things, but the stuff that's portrayed on like social media and stuff of the Bronx, I rarely see. Like I at least, and I used to go out there a lot. And I didn't see all this hoopla that, you know, you see on social media. I do be seeing some craziness. But I'm gonna keep it 100. I be seeing some craziness in Brooklyn. I be seeing some craziness in Manhattan, bitch. You see craziness everywhere in New York City. But as it pertains to, like, I guess, diversity and cultural, at least for me, I don't think the Bronx has that yet. Like, they don't have, like, you know how, like, Brooklyn always got something fun to do in Manhattan. Like, real, like, cultural, like, that je ne sais quoi. They don't have that just yet. It's just very much you live here and you do you type shit. But yeah, I went to the Bronx Zoo. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. Let me tell y'all don't have to have kids to go to the Bronx Zoo, to go to amusement parks. Like, me and family, we try to be a couple. Let me stop. We try, and really what inspired us to go to the Bronx Zoo was that when we went to Virginia, we went to the aquarium, and we was kind of feeling it. It was very small. But then Femi asked me, he was like, "Have you ever seen a tiger?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "You ever seen a lion?" I was like, "Yeah." And what else he asked me? He was like, "You ever seen a giraffe?" And I was like, "Yeah." I thought he was trying to be funny because he was from Nigeria and maybe he's seen like those type of animals. All right, I'm gonna speak soon. So I was like, yup, technically I have, because I've been to the Bronx Zoo. I hadn't been to the Bronx Zoo in years. Like, I don't even remember. I just remember going and seeing those animals or whatever. Come to find out, he's never seen those animals before. I thought he was trying to be funny because he always trying to be funny. Like, you grew up in New York City. You never see this. I'm from Nigeria. Like, he's really like that. But he never seen those animals. So, because a lot of people think, he always says that. He's like people who black and they ignorant, they think like when you go to Africa, it's just lions and tigers and bears walking around in the street. But in Nigeria, they don't have like, what's it called? Plain fields? Like, it's not like you could see tigers and lions, even like on the countryside. You won't even see those type of animals. Those are things you see in like Kenya or Ethiopia and things like that. So Nigeria is not really an area where you would see, an area of Africa where you would see tigers and lions and stuff. So he never seen it. So it was like really kind of fun to even more to go to the Bronx Zoo with Femi. Funny story, growing up, he lived mad close to the Bronx Zoo. He just never went. You know how it is. Like, sometimes when you live in a city, you just, certain things are so close to you, but you never like go see it. Like, I'm pretty sure it's things in New York City I had never done. Like, I never went to the Empire State Building, or to this day, I still have never went to Junior's. I had a Junior's cheesecake, but I just never been to Junior's. Like, and Junior's, like, P. Diddy put Junior's on the map. So it's like little things I never done. But anyway, I had mad fun at the zoo. We got to see the elephants. We got to see the gorillas. We got to see the gazelles, zebras. Oh my gosh. Like, they have so, yo, if you live in New York City, and you kind of like fuck with animals. Even if you think you don't fuck with animals, you probably fuck with animals, respectfully. Like, deadass. It's free on Wednesdays. We went on a Wednesday, but we upgraded our ticket. So we paid $15. I think a ticket at the Bronx Zoo was actually $40. And then my mother had put me on game that is free on Wednesdays. So I don't even know how much an upgrade ticket is on any other day. But on Wednesdays, it's free. If you want to upgrade so you can see like the gorilla Congo, so you could go on the monorail, so you could do the jungle track, so you can see the butterfly exhibit and stuff like that, it's $15 on Wednesdays. And me, after we did the upgrade, I was like, oh, baby, we doing everything. So we like, you could have fun. And it was definitely couples out there, like grown people without kids there. It was mad hot. And me and family, we had fun. We had mad fun. They had alligators, like the long tip alligators. Oh my God. It was giving very much Tiger Queen. I was giving you Tiger Queen. I was giving you very Safari Trek. Like, I was just here for the animals. Like, it was so much fun. Then they had the peacocks. The peacocks. For me to be giving y'all animal Congo, yes. This episode, yes. But, the peacocks was so fucking funny. Like, you know how they say, like, peacocks are, like, they like to show off? Yo, the peacocks was everywhere in that zoo. Like, they was coming out the fence. Everywhere you go, there was a damn peacock. Like, literally. Like, I'm like, yo, these peacocks is just everywhere. We went on the monorail. The peacock is with the gazelles. The peacocks is with the elephants. The peacocks was everywhere, honey. Like, yo, the peacocks is mad funny. Like, I think the peacocks and the gorillas is like the funniest animals. Monkeys in general. And not to be like, I feel like being black and saying monkeys is like problematic. But like monkeys and peacocks, I think are like some of the funniest animals. And when I say monkeys, like just that whole genre of primates, because like not just the gorillas was just being mad funny to me and just mad weird. They're just such a weird, like a weird animal to me because they give very human-like behavior. The bamboos was mad, like they just don't care. Like they had a lot of different type of like monkeys and they was just like the least shy, just very much giving you not impressed by humans, like just doing them. And yeah, as you can see, I had a lot of fun at the zoo. I did. I would definitely go back. I want to go to an aquarium. I want to see like sharks and dolphins. I always kind of like animals, I think. Because like I used to watch National Geographic, like Shark Week and stuff. And occasionally me and family watch stuff like that. Like we was just watching before we went to the zoo on people getting bit by sharks. It's giving too much. So yeah, that was fun this week. Yes, definitely hit up the Bronx Zoo or a zoo in your state. If you're not from New York City, go to the zoo. Go to the zoo. Yes, yes, yes. And then what else did I do this week? We went to I went to my cousin's house for my grandma's birthday. That was fun. I was like, yo, I have so much people in my family. Like when I was looking at the table, like I feel like we want to have like 50 people at our events, 40, 60, 100. When I was looking around, I'm like, dang, it's like 10, 12 of us in this bitch. Like I don't know. I just be like, damn. And then even when we was talking, we naturally loud. Like it was just loud. I'm like, people you don't need 55,000 people at an event. Like if you got a good 10, you good. I'm like that too. Like when I throw stuff, I like just having a little bit of people. Like people be like, I thought you knew mad people. And I just be like, I don't be wanting too much people around. Like to cater too much people, you gotta get mad food for people. But it was just all of us. We was playing categories. I like categories, but it was too much of us. And we played too damn much. So that game didn't last long. Then we played Jenga. I made it to the end, but my cousin beat me, my cousin Michelle. Jenga was stressing me out. I never knew how stressful that game could get. And then I was just starting to play weird. Like I was picking like weird pieces. Like I couldn't tell which piece was loose. Like some people have a really good eye at telling like what piece is loose in Jenga. What's like some of you guys' favorite games to play like with family, friends and stuff like that? I definitely want to pick up categories. I like Jenga, but sometimes I take Jenga seriously. Sometimes I just get lucky. Sometimes I just be fucking up the whole game. Let's be honest. Uno, I like Uno. Uno as an adult, like millennials, I can't play Uno with my friends and my family. My family, okay. But my friends, the last time I had a game night, them bitches acting crazy. I was like, I can't do Uno because y'all motherfuckers be acting up. Niggas be cheating. Motherfuckers be making rules. Like, it's just not the same from when I was a kid. What else? What other game? Monopoly is dope. It's a very long game, but I like it. They had Scrabble, but we didn't play Scrabble. I used to like Scrabble, but I'm like, dang, like, where's my vocabulary today? You know? I don't know. I would hope it's bigger. Shit. What else? Yeah. I don't know. Oh, Cards of Humanity is a good game. My brother and sister-in-law put me onto that game, Cards of Humanity. Cards of Humanity is funny. Some people don't really know how to play that game good. Like, if you don't have a dark sense of humor or like just a sense of humor in general, like just a imaginative mind, you might not like it. Or I think that game too, you got to play with a big group of people and I'm gonna be honest, I would say a younger crowd, like 30s, 25 to maybe 35. Cause like I feel like older people who like 50, 60, they gonna be like just very distasteful by the jokes or something. I don't know. That's just my opinion. So yeah, we had so much fun. I actually had a good week when I recap it. It was a little crazy. I can't tell you everything. I do come here and be taking too much, if you ask me. But you know, it closed out very good. I was very busy this week too. That's the funny thing. And I'm even filming this, I'm gonna be honest, on a Monday. I had to wake up early. Like, I treat Britt Says like a job. Like, this is the only thing that I feel I'm so proud of myself, so dedicated to. Because yesterday I had to go out for my grandmother's birthday, like I told you guys. And I don't know, Friday was just like, I'm not filming. Saturday, looking back, I wish I would have filmed Saturday, but I didn't think nothing of it. I thought I was going to be able to film Sunday. And then it just didn't work out. Like, the house was a little junky. Then I knew my brother was like coming. So I was like, I kind of rather the house be clean so he could see that, like, he never seen how I made the kitchen look and stuff. And I just needed to like tidy up in general. Like, when I start cleaning, even if it's not dirty, because my house is never really dirty, I start getting too much. Like, I'm very domestic. Like I'll start cleaning and then I'll start organizing. Then I'll start thinking about like, oh, you know, I always wanted to do this. Like, it becomes too much. It becomes a project. So that I wasn't able to film Sunday. So I'm coming to you live and direct on a Monday, bitch. Early, bright and early. And I'm so happy the sun came out because it's very early. Let's just put it that way. I won't tell you how early it is, but it's early. And when I first woke up this morning, the sun wasn't out. And the sun usually comes out at 6, but it wasn't out yet because it's raining. It's very dim. But I'm happy that God said, Brittany, I got you. Since you want to be consistent, I got you. I'll make the sun come up a little bit for you. But next time, make sure you film on time type shit. But anyway, what's happening in media? Nothing really unique happened for me in media this week. Like, you know, I'm wondering if, like, these celebrities is behaving or I just don't care about certain things too much. Like, you know what it is? I do care about certain things, but it's not enough for me to talk about. Like some things I don't care about, I find funny. Like, for instance, like certain stuff I don't like. The Claremont twins, they got mad at the twins in the Kodak Black video. I don't care about the Claremont twins like that. So, but did I find it funny that they're mad about other twins being in the Kodak Black video that look like them? Yeah, but that's not something I will come up here and talk about. Like, that's just me. I don't feel like nothing unique happened this week, to be honest. Like, it's just not giving what it was supposed to give this week. And I'm like looking through the shade room. And yeah, I'm just unimpressed. The other things I am excited about is Versus. I could get into Versus. I don't watch all the Versus or whatever like that, but like the top one I watched was Keisha Cole, Ashanti, Monica versus Brandy. Who else? It was another one that I used to watch it during the pandemic because when they had the producers, what? Those were really good. Timbaland, Swiss. Then they had Little John versus T-Pain. And that shit was lit, my guy. Some of them they should revisit. Who else? I like the Teddy Riley versus I forgot. Sheesh. That one wasn't bad at all because I didn't know they produced so many different songs like that. That one was really good. But I'm looking forward to Bow Wow versus Soulja Boy very much. Yeah, let's talk about the Eve versus Trina. What's that about? Like, are they trying to embarrass Trina? Let's be honest. I don't even know that much songs by Trina. Like, I liked her verse on My Chick. Was she on that remix? I think she was on My Chick Bad. It was another song she was on. Oh, I'm a 5-star bitch. She a 5-star bitch. And then she got that other song that she did with Silk the Shocker. And I can't remember the song, but I remember the video was so lit. And they was in like the snow or something. She got like a good 4 or 5 songs, but it's not going to be the Eve track, respectfully. Fun fact, me and Eve have the same birthday. So that's another reason why I'm rooting for her, respectfully. Like, me and her have the same birthday. Isn't that cool? But, people keep bringing up Love is Blind, but it's like, girl, what about Blow Your Mind with Gwen Stefani? Like, come on. Like, stop. Yo, what about Tambourine? Eve is going to demolish her. Like, I can't. Niggas said after like 5 songs, the only people who want to know Trina songs is the girls who take their shoes off in the club. I said, child, chill out. But, yeah, I was just like a little thrown off by that. I feel like maybe Trina just wanted to participate. Some people want to say like, oh, I did a versus, like that type shit. So maybe that was what the case was or whatever the case may be. But Eve gonna demolish her. I said what the fuck I said. Soulja Boy and Bow Wow. That's a tough battle. That's a really, really good one. Like, I'm oddly surprised. I don't know who I think will win for that one. Like, I was leaning a little bit more towards Bow Wow because I just feel like I thought Soulja Boy was going to win because he's fun, but I don't recall Soulja Boy having that much songs. Like, but the thing with Soulja Boy songs is like, once you play them, they can win. Like, they win. But Soulja Boy, like, Crank That, Pretty Boy Swag, Kiss Me Through the Phone. That's what? Soldier. Do 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 do. Hey, she make it clap, clap, clap. She make it. That song just came out. Like, I can't think of that much Soulja Boy songs. Like, oh, dunk. She got a dunk. She got a dunk. She got a dunk. I don't think Soulja Boy not Soulja Boy, Bow Wow got anything to play against that, respectfully. Crank That always wins. I don't give a fuck what song Bow Wow plays. Crank That wins. It always wins. It wins all the time. Yeah, I don't know that much Soulja Boy songs, so I don't know. I don't know how. But I heard that Soulja Boy produced some tracks that I'm not privy to, so yeah, I'm here for both. I will be tuned in for the Eve and Trina because I like Eve songs. I'm interested to see what Trina's gonna play. Maybe I might learn some new music because I definitely don't know any of them. And yeah, that's really it. That's really it for that. Definitely want to tune into Versus this week. And yeah, so what are we talking about today? So, things are normalizing. Things are normalizing. And I feel like if the city that had the most problems during COVID is normalizing, then the world is opening back up. And just the other day as well, not just, I think Friday, correct me if I'm wrong. No, Saturday, child. It's the days for me. On Saturday, me and Femi went out to eat at this restaurant called C in Williamsburg. First of all, I thought this restaurant was mad chill, like very just eat, gives you that aesthetic. It's a very nice ambiance. I probably will go there in the day next time, but in the nighttime, it's very lively. Child, while we went to Williamsburg, they had a whole DJ outside on the street, people dancing, having fun. I said, oh yeah. New York City's open. People don't be wearing their masks like that. We don't know who vaccinated, who not vaccinated, bitch. I don't know what's going on. Because I heard allegedly you can't ask people to show their vaccination card. And me, I feel like even if I was vaccinated, I would still wear a mask because I don't want nobody asking me, can I see your vaccination card? Like, I don't want to be questioned. I'm very weird. I'm very like that. Like I don't want to be asked to show my card. Like, why? Like, I'm shopping looking for fucking elbows and fucking marinara sauce and chicken, boneless chicken, and somebody comes to me like, can I see your VAT card? Like, bitch, no. You can't. Like, I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like it. Like, I guess these things take time to get used to, but it's just like, but I don't know. I heard they don't do that. I heard you're not supposed to do that. I'm not sure because I can't relate. I just put my mask on. I don't know what's going on. But the world is coming back to normalcy. I wouldn't even say slowly, but surely. I would say quickly and fast and speedy and efficiently and quick. Like, it's right around the corner. And you know, Joe Biden said he wanted everybody backed up by July 1st. July 1st is right around the corner. But I feel like even if he don't have a certain number by July 1st, he's still gonna, like, you know, like, fully open us up and stuff. So I'm just like, okay. And I'm just was thinking, like, are people getting normalcy anxiety? Like, you know, like, how do you feel knowing that, oh shit is going back to normal? Like, we've kind of been unnormal for like almost not even like a full year and some change, because, you know, the pandemic hit around April and it's about to be June. So I feel like it's weird. You know, some people are still unemployed. These evictions is about to start coming up. I think the evictions start July or September. Don't quote me respectfully, or August. Bitch said 3 months. I know that is coming up soon. The extra 300 for the unemployment ends in September. And people got to go back to work, like back in the office. It's a lot. People who don't like being around motherfuckers, y'all can't really say, oh, COVID. I mean, you can say whatever the fuck you want, but, you know, it's like, I don't know. It's getting scary out here. It's getting scary out here. It's like we wanted normalcy, but now that it's coming back, it's like, oh my gosh. Oh, the lightning is like getting janky. But now that it's like coming back to normal, it's like, am I really, really ready for this shit? Like, am I really, really built for this shit? Like, respectfully, like, am I built for normalcy? So, of course, I found an article on this, and it was several articles. So this is very common that a lot of people are dealing with the anxiety of going back to normalcy. So, you know, before most topics, what do we like to do? We like to expand our minds. Expand your mind, expand your mind, expand your mind. So, I found several topics, but this one was actually the most recent. Like, I found most topics, most articles from May, but this one was June 9th. So, this is like very, very recent. So, in an article on verywellminds.com written by Sarah Lindberg states, or she writes, if you're anxious, worried, or concerned about life after the coronavirus pandemic, you're not alone. As we emerge from our homes to resume work, shopping, dining out, exercise, and daily life, many of us are scrutinizing routine decisions we once thought nothing of. Not to mention, we're also facing the reality that our health and financial well-being is much different now than it was going into quarantine. Plus, there is still a lot we don't know, like how safe is it to resume daily life without a vaccine? And how should we feel about states being on different timelines? Even as things open up, there are still complicated feelings and thoughts about being around other people. We talked with 5 mental health experts about the psychology of opening back up and how we can adapt to the new normal. So, we can read that part. How to manage reentry anxiety. There's no denying that COVID-19 has impacted our mental health, but now as we begin the process of restarting our lives and the economy, many people are balancing the need to socialize and regain some kind of normalcy. With the lingering dangers of being in crowded spaces and potentially risking exposure to the virus, experts are calling this crossroads of emotions reentry anxiety. Okay, so now we have a term. One of the top concerns is how to deal with the stress and anxiety that people around you might be infected or contagious, which also extends to the feeling of awkward when near strangers. Okay. I didn't really think about that, but I could see how that might be something that people worry about. Why seeing people in masks is contributing to reentry anxiety. For many people, walking around in a mask surrounded by others wearing masks provokes feelings of fear and uncertainty. People feel anxiety and fear when wearing a mask or seeing others wear masks because it is a visual and constant reminder of the threat we are under, says Mo Gilbert, PhD, Director of Practice Development at Community Psychiatry. The mask symbolizes the virus, which lurks out and then ignites fears of lack of control. So that's about like wearing the mask. Well, people, that's basically like some people wearing the mask, some people not wearing the mask type shit. So this is really about, okay, I wasn't really, even though I found this article because it was most recent, this more talks about like the fear, and people do have that fear, right? Some people are scared to go back to normalcy because they're legitimately scared of catching coronavirus. Like dead ass. Especially if you chose not to get the vaccine and you really don't want to get the vaccine. Oh my, it's so many different spectrums of this because I know people too, like that dead ass don't ever want to get the vaccine. Like they don't have no plans on getting the vac. Like, but then also they don't want to be around people. I mean, they're scared of catching it or catching a virus. So it's like, why you don't just get the vaccine or whatever the case may be. Like me, I don't want to get the vaccine or whatever. Am I open to getting it eventually? Sure, but just not now. Maybe in like a year or so, or even maybe more. Or honestly, it just depends. Like I might just go with the flow type shit. Like, but I'm also in a weird space where I kind of eventually want to get it too because I don't want to be like I feel like COVID-19 it's a virus. So it's something that'll always be around. And I don't want to like eventually catch it like 5 years later. Like, bitch, I got COVID. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I had it already. I got the antibodies. You feel me? But that's a different conversation. But I definitely didn't think about how like some people are just like scared to catch it again, like, or scared to catch it in general. And how like, I do feel that energy too is like, when I'm around somebody who got their mask down, because people who dead don't be wearing a mask no more. And some people be having their mask off. Like, it does get a little hot, bitch. I can't breathe sometimes, like, for real. Like, I feel like last summer we had to wear masks and I could breathe. But maybe I wasn't outside that much. I don't remember. But it be getting hot. And I can't breathe with the mask on. But when I am around people and they have their mask down and I got my mask on, I do be feeling like they like, girl, you're not finna get it. Like, it's like this weird shade. Like, back then in New York City, if you didn't have your mask on, it was mad shady. Now, if you don't have your mask, if you have a mask on, people still mad shady. It's like a weird, like, mask on, mask off shade. Like, and it's just like a lot. I never thought about how it might impact people who's scared to get sick again. I don't know why, because I didn't think that was still a thing. And people just scared to go back to work because they scared they might catch it. You know, hey, look, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are vaccinated. I feel like a lot of us got it and just handled it on our own. I feel like the world is really at a place where I'm no scientist. I'm no doctor. Let me make that very clear. this is all theories. I feel like a lot of us already have it and it's hard to spread it widespread. That's just my theory. One of the top things I wanted to talk about too is that coming back to normalcy, it shows people like, fuck, I gotta get my life together. And for a year, you kind of ain't have to get your life together. That's a long time, especially if you was a person who kind of always had your shit together. It gives you anxiety knowing like, fuck, like, I don't have a job still. Or like, fuck, like the world, cause like when you start thinking about things going back to normal, it's like, fuck, I gotta pay my rent. Like people who stop paying their rent, if you're not working, if you was on unemployment, you start feeling like, fuck, shit is about to start going back to normal. You know what I'm saying? Or even like crazy things, like for instance, like me and my husband, I wouldn't consider it a long engagement, but I'm like, oh, we should probably start planning a wedding type shit. Like I've always wanted a wedding, but I'm like, okay, like it's like little things you like, oh shit, like you get what I'm saying, like things is going back to normal, you know what I'm saying? So it's so little minuscule things that you wouldn't even think about, like, I gotta go back to work. I don't want to be unemployed after the pandemic, because then there's not gonna be no excuses no more, you know what I'm saying? Or just some people who just mad introverted, who never want to hang around people. Like it's really a market for people who were always really introverted but did extroverted shit. I hope y'all know that. Like it's really a place of people who just go out and do shit because they feel like they have to. And I feel like those people finally had the chance to be like, I don't want to go. Yes, I get it. Some of y'all is like, if you don't want to go somewhere, just say you don't want to go. But not everybody is built like that, where they just could say no, or I don't want to go, I don't want to do it. Some people have FOMO. There's fear of missing out, and I think that's gonna change a lot of friendship and family dynamics too. We talked about friendships last week. Go check out that episode, definitely. I think that a lot of people are gonna stay the same. A lot of people are not gonna want to be mixy and want to go out no more, and it might change some of your friendships and your relationships. I think a lot of people are going to change a lot. I really believe that. I think a lot of people are going to stick to some of their pandemic behaviors. For real. I know me, because I know eventually they're going to say all of us don't have to wear masks. I said, I don't know how I feel about it yet, but I think definitely in the wintertime, I'm wearing a mask. That's just on per. Like, wintertime, I'm wearing a mask. Number 2, I bought mad mask. Like, bitch, I'm not one of the people who bought reusable masks because I just felt like it was a waste of money. I bought like the cotton mask. Like, so I got mad masks. I'm definitely going to be wearing those in the wintertime because I just don't want to get sick. And people be nasty. I worked in retail, so I already know how people give it up. So, yeah. I think the most I'm going to do is definitely wear a mask in the wintertime. I think it's a lot on people though, just like going back to normalcy. Like it's very slept on. It's just a lot of anxiety about even going back to work. Like for instance, like my brother told me, like he got a job. Look at me tell people business. He got a job during the pandemic, but he's never seen like his coworkers in person. And I know for me, when I was doing job interviews too, I would do most of them on Zoom, and like, one of my things, like I remember telling my friend was like, I feel like with Zoom, yes, it's the same. You get to see my face, you get to see me, but I feel like in person, like I'm really tall, so I don't want to shock nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like I want you to see what it is. Like I get it, like height shouldn't matter in a job or whatever. Like, but I like people to just see me for who I am off rip. Like I don't want you to see from here down. Like I want you to see all of Brittany. Like I want you to see my whole body. Like I just want you to accept me for me off rip. I don't want you to finally see me in person. Like we fucking been in a long distance relationship, like some weirdo shit. Like, so I think a lot of people sleeping on that. Like there's some people who never met their coworkers, who haven't seen their coworkers in mad long. People that been working remote, doing interviews on fucking Zoom, never seen their coworker. It's just like weird. Like people gain quarantine weight. So you ain't see your coworker in mad long. Next thing you know, you pull up at work 30 pounds heavy, bitch. Respectfully. So now you got that anxiety, like, oh my God, when I go back to work, I'm gonna look so big. And I get it. People be like, you shouldn't worry about what people think, but we do. We're human. And those are things that people got to think about. It's just like seeing people you haven't seen in mad long. Like, I was thinking about that too. Like, it was somebody I didn't see in like so long. Oh, I think I brought this up when I went to my cousin's wedding. It was like people I hadn't seen in like a really long time, like even before the pandemic. And it was just like, hi. Like, it wasn't awkward because it's family, but it's just like, damn, like, I ain't see you in mad long, like type shit. Like, so you just kind of just like, going back into the wing of things. And it's just like, it's a lot. And you just feel like a pressure to just be normal. I put up air quotation marks, like normal again. Like it's a pressure. Like not everybody wants to be normal again. Like some people enjoy being in the house. Like I learned to like being in the house. I like being in the house too damn much. My therapist told me I had to leave the damn house. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's really a lot. Most jobs I applied for though were never remote. Not because I didn't want to, but it's really hard to find like remote gigs. At least for me, you know. So I like seeing people in person. Actually, last couple of interviews I did wasn't on Zoom at all. They were all in person interviews, which was good. It's a lot. It's a lot. And then just worrying about your health. I feel like I don't want to be that girl, but I'm going to be that girl. I feel like we all should like just chill out with the health shit because every day you could get sick before the pandemic. Like you could have got the flu, you could catch strep throat, you catch some crazy shit. Like that was one of my things with the pandemic is like how everybody was so fearful. I didn't like that. I didn't like how we all was just living on eggshells. Like I remember in the beginning of the pandemic, even if I wore my mask, if I went to like Target, if I went to the supermarket, I used to come home and think my throat hurt. Everywhere I went, when I used to come home, I used to think I caught it. I used to be like, bitch, today is the day. I got it. Like, I just hated that feeling of leaving my house and coming home and feeling like I caught something. Like, that shit is not a good feeling. Like, that's why I want us all to chill out. That's what I'm so happy about with Normalcy is like, I could finally leave the house and come home with some sense of calmness. Like I was like that for a while, but lately I really feel it. Like I really feel like, okay, it's not that deep. Like, and I want people to really get back into the wing of that is like, look, we only got one life. You know what I'm saying? Like they did what they can with coronavirus, but we only got one life right now. You know what I'm saying? And like, we can't live like this. Like we can't. You know, and that's why I was so big on how the country handled coronavirus, but that's too politicky. But, you know, we can't live sheltered. Like the world can't function financially, even technology wise. Like we can't really have evolution if all of us are trapped in the house and not being creative and moving and learning and grooving and engaging with people and stuff like that. So it's just like, you know, I don't know. I don't know. We technically we can't live like this. That's just my opinion. I know some people like, who said we can't live like this? I do think certain things should be normalized. Like I do think working remote in some way should be normalized. Like, why do people have to go to an office in a cubicle? Yes, I do think there's a sense of organization type shit. Cause I remember the other day, child, here we go with a story. I got an AC installed, window AC or whatever, boom. This AC brand spanking new, bitch. Ain't nobody ever touch it, ain't nobody ever open it. It was brand spanking new. The guy installs it in the window. We plug it in. It don't work. But like, that's weird. It's an error code on it. It says F1. Then I called GE. I'm like, yo, y'all got to have somebody come out here and fix the shit. I'm not buying a new AC. I'm not doing it. I'm not. We're not going out. Me and family is not buying no new AC. Y'all gonna come fix the shit, bitch. Somebody better bring a mechanic in this bitch. And which they did. The mechanic was taking mad long. They said he was supposed to come from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Which I hate because it's like my whole day. I hate when people do that. They give me a window. Like, come at 11. Whatever the case may be. He wasn't here. It was like 7 o'clock. I guess he had a long day. I didn't know that he could come after 5. Maybe he just wanted to finish all his tasks, whatever. So I called GE. I'm not fucking exaggerating. I called GE like 2 times because like the call kept getting disconnected or people was like transferring me. Like it was mad unorganized. But until this one call, I didn't know they was working from home. I'm not capping. This girl, as soon as she got on the phone, she was arguing with her boyfriend. I was stunned. I was like, wait, is my phone getting tapped? Like, She was like, you play too fucking much. But she knew she was on the phone. And then she was like, hi, what's your name? What do you need help with? I said, no, this gotta be a fucking prank. She dead work for GE, bro. I was like, wait, is this a real phone call? Like, she was arguing with her boyfriend. And even in the midst of asking me my information, she was still arguing with him. I couldn't take it no more. I just hung up. I recalled. And I was like, yo, are y'all working from home? I asked the other lady, giving the lady tea. I was like, yo, I just got off the phone with somebody who worked for GE. She was dead arguing with her boyfriend. It was the craziest thing. I thought I was on pump. She was cracking up. She was like, I'm so sorry you had to deal with that. Like, being mad professional. But it's just like, see, if she was in the fucking call center, that wouldn't happen. You feel me? I've made several calls where I could hear like kids crying in the back. I remember one phone call, like it was like really, really bad. But like when I hear like kids and children, like I be feeling sympathetic. But you arguing with your boyfriend, child, that's too much. Now, if your kids is crying in the back, it's like you can't really help that, or your kids being loud. Certain things you just can't help. You know, so I didn't care about that. So I understand too, though, if people could work from home, it's a little bit better. Especially like if the kids get to go to school. That's also a big thing too. I really, really always been big on that kids need to be in a school setting. And work, some people need their ass in the office. Like they need to be micromanaged. I hate micromanaging, but I feel like some people need it. Like that girl that was arguing with her boyfriend, like, come on, you don't do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I could have reported her, but you know, I'm a good person. I'm a woman of God. You feel me? Some people need management. They do. I'm pretty sure the projects be a little bit half-assed these days. It's not as sturdy as it used to be because you don't got somebody on your ass. But it's a couple of jobs too where I'm just like, you dead ass don't need to be in the office for that. Like, HR, like I see some HR jobs that's remote, and I'm just thinking like, why do you need to be in the office to find candidates for a job? Like that, like certain jobs, it's not needed. Like you don't need to be on top of me to find no motherfucking candidates, bitch. Like you get what I'm saying? So to some extent, I do feel like you could work from home. Like certain stuff, like I just feel like people just want to be on top of you. People just be wanting to be managery. Like I remember I did an interview and everybody, like majority of the staff was working from home, but she was like, "Oh yeah, here we have people. I want my workers to come in, because I just feel like it's better." And it's like, girl, this was like when the pandemic was like kind of like. Was it high? I don't really remember. And I'm just like, you could tell she was one of those people who just wanted normalcy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you really need them here though? Like, honestly, like, do you? Or you just want to be an asshole? Like, I don't know. Certain stuff, it's very, and then I just feel like companies don't want to lose their money. Like, y'all could break these damn brick and mortars. I think people just enjoy being able to, like, see each other, I guess, too. And you could have, like, little staff meetings. And you could be, I don't know. I just think, like, CEOs and managers, like, they just be wanting to be in your motherfucking face. Like, do you really need me here? No. But you just want to be a boss. And you just want to be a manager. And you just want to be thirsty. And you just want to be micromanaging. And you just don't want to feel like your position is going to die, bitch. Like, that's the only reason why you want me in the office. Because you don't want to lose your motherfucking job. Because then if we not in the office, what's the point of you? Right? What's the point of having a manager if they not even managing? Right? You could still manage somebody from home. Technically, but I don't know. So certain stuff, I don't even know if people just ready to go back into the office. I can only imagine having to wake up in the morning and travel. I know some people too, they don't want to get on public transportation just yet again, you know. A lot of people taking Ubers, and then it's like one of those things you get addicted to. Is like once you get on the Uber and you've been doing it every day, it's real hard to get back on the train. Like for some people, especially it's even the same. Once you get a car, it's real hard to get back on the train. Especially if it's a long commute. Like, if I had to do a long commute, bitch, I'll pay for Uber before I get on the train for a long commute. But then you save mad money. And I heard Uber and Lyft is giving it up nasty out here. I ain't gonna front. A couple of times, like, when I go out, I don't like to drink and drive, so I take Ubers. And that's why I get pissed when I take an Uber and I still didn't get drunk. I take it very personal when I take an Uber somewhere and I wasn't drunk. I'm not saying get drunk, fall on the floor, sleep, dead. But I'm saying a little bit tipsy. Like, if I'm not tipsy, like, every time I have taken an Uber somewhere, literally, because I didn't want to drink and drive, I was never drunk. Isn't that fucking annoying? Like, and I've been taking Ubers a lot. I'd be like, Brittany, just take an Uber, or he'll drop me off, and then I take Uber back. And I also just don't want to drink and drive too, because I'm just not in the mood. Like, I just don't want to die. And then I be getting in the damn Uber sober than a motherfucker. Like, don't even be a little bit tipsy. Like, I don't get it. I just don't get. I don't know. I feel like I don't drink a lot outside. But in my house, in my privacy, I be getting smacked. I think because I be watching TV, I be mad chill, I be doing me. And I don't be paying attention to, like, you know, my level of drunkenness, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I've taken Ubers several times. But thank God they all usually, like, in Brooklyn. Especially if it's close, I'm like, oh, I'm taking an Uber and I'm going to get smacked. Get in the goddamn Uber, bitch. Don't be drunk. Don't be drunk. Like, girl. And I'd be mad that I spent the damn Uber. I wasted my damn $20, $30. Like, but that's neither here nor there. But I heard people was just, like, scared to get back on the train. People is just obsessed with taking Ubers now. Bitches is classy. People trying to get cars. It's too much. Like, I think, yeah, it's time to get back to normalcy. I think, you know how, like, you scared to do something and then when you get there after, like, a month, it's like, okay, this is my life. Like, I feel like people gonna start liking the train again. People, I feel like, I don't know, I can't relate. I feel like I ain't ready to go back to work. But, you know, I think people gonna, I don't think people really like work like that. Because I want to say I think people gonna be excited to go back to work, but I really don't, to be honest. I don't think nobody's really excited to go back to work. Even if you already work, I don't think nobody really want to go back to the office. Some people are really like that. Like my mom, she loves working. Like she could work remote if she wants to. She chooses to go to work. Some people like to get out the house. Hey, whatever floats your damn boat. I think it's just like one of those things. You know how, like, they say after 21 days you break a habit? Like, after our first 21 days, back to normalcy, the kids in school, people back at work, motherfuckers on the train. The first 21 days is going to be like, there was a pandemic? At one point, we didn't go to work. At one point, I used to take Ubers every day. Oh, wow. At one point, I was on unemployment. Like, it's going to be like, it's going to hit us and we're not going to even feel it. And I think that we all should just chill out. No need to get anxiety. It's no pressure. Even if by a certain time you don't find a gig, or a lot of people too, post-pandemic, they was like, yo, I'm in a pandemic now. I want to change my career. After this, I'm not going back to this. I want to do this. And now you still stuck in the same place. You thought because of the pandemic, you was going to change your life. It was going to be this big motivation for you. And now you still the same person you was during the pandemic and after, and now you just kind of annoyed. I think don't put too much pressure on yourself. Even though it's been a little over a year since the pandemic, I think we all should not put too much pressure on ourselves. Don't overthink it. We made it through the fucking pandemic. If you was here for COVID, you lost your job, got a new job, been on unemployment, maybe got COVID, got vaccinated. Like, you made it through fucking COVID. You made it through a pandemic. You can make it back to normalcy, okay? If you made it pre-pandemic, you was doing it, you was working, you was doing you was getting your bills paid, you was really that girl, that person is still in you. Pre-pandemic, during pandemic, that person still lives in you. So don't let the pandemic give you anxiety. Like, you a strong-ass person. You made it through COVID, even though it's still going on, but you know what I mean? Like, you made it through the pandemic. Like, you a strong motherfucker. Like, think about it, like when we was dead, stuck in the house, like when we was stuck in the house, like when it was really not shit to do, you really made it through that. Like, you know how hard it is to just wrap your mental space around that type of being stuck in the house type shit? Like, you made it through that. Like, some of y'all were kids. Like, y'all had to deal with your kids. You had to deal with your husband. Motherfuckers got divorces. Some people hate their kids now. Some motherfuckers probably put them up for adoption. Like, you made it. You made it through that shit. You gonna be real good after the pandemic. It may not seem like it, but I promise you, you gonna be all right. You made it through the pandemic. You gonna be all right. That's a fact. We all gonna be all right. We did that. It's been a journey, bitch. It's been a journey. It's been a journey. It's been a journey. You gonna be all right. Everybody gonna be all right. We could definitely do this. We already did it. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see life after the pandemic. I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I'm really excited. And I just feel like the economy, hopefully, you know, the economy is going to boom. Jobs, concerts, travel. I'm excited talking about it, to be honest. You know, I'm excited to see what's planned for me. I'm excited to see what new things are going to come out. Because, you know, it's so many things that was probably supposed to come out that people didn't release because of, you know, the pandemic. They're like, it's not the time. Like, I think music is going to be fucking lit. I know these artists got some shit in their vibrato that they didn't want to put out during the pandemic until the clubs open. They like, nah, I ain't putting out this heat. I feel like everybody been putting out all they whack shit. Even inventions are probably going to come out after the pandemic. They're like, there's no point in putting this shit out right now because the pandemic. Just so, I just can't wait. I know it's going to be so much new things that come out from this after the pandemic. When this shit is really over, girl, it's going to be lit. But yes, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I did. We all gonna make it through the pandemic. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you follow me on Instagram _Brittsagram. And if you're streaming, make sure you leave 5 stars and a review. What else? Hit the like, leave a comment. And yeah, I hope I see you guys when. Well, I don't hope I'll see you guys. I know I'll see you guys when next week. Bye.